Hello, everybody. My name is Brandon Gibson. I'm the owner of Megalo Global and the News Binge Media in Los Angeles, California. I am writing down some details for Megalo Social, rewriting the community rules, things like that. But I want to do this video to address the MAGA hub labelers and the right-wingers and the people who like to throw labels on things. We get a lot of scrutiny, a lot of hateful messages because certain political parties feel that our platform is a right-wing platform or a ripoff of Donald Trump's Truth Social. We were founded in March 5th of 2019, which is the date of my daughter's birthday. That's when Angela was born. That's when we launched. More of a tribute to her because she died in a car accident at 5 years old. Now, Donald Trump's Truth Social didn't come out till a year later. 2020 is when he started that. And we believe that technology itself works in a world of itself. And it doesn't computers can't tell the difference between opinions, emotions, beliefs over here, political parties, and various things that people seem to want to fight over in the world. And I want people to know that Megalo Social is not a right-wing or a left-wing company. We are for everybody. We don't take political sides. We don't take no prisoners. We don't take any kind of labels. And the Southern Poverty Law website, who labels Truth Social as a right-wing, far extremist platform, and Gab.com, which was founded in 2014, has the same thing because they allow people to say whatever they want. Government's trying to put a lot of control over free speech. Now, Megalo Global was founded by me as a multi-platform internet technology company designed for everybody. And we don't take political sides. We don't allow left only or right only, or we don't believe in any kind of labels, I'm going to say. Sorry guys, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this video without offending anybody. Now, I believe that people on the left, Democrats or Republicans or whoever, and the people on the right have just as much rights as each other. And for the longest time, Twitter alone was known to be a very left-wing company. And then Elon Musk bought it out and it became more of a right-wing company. Pre-Elon Musk, Twitter kicked Donald Trump off the platform because they didn't agree with him and his opinions, his views. And he said, okay, screw you, went out and built Donald Trump's Truth Social, which if he goes to prison for his actions, might end up becoming dead at some point. Like when he goes to prison, who's going to be there to run the company? It might fall along with him and his empire, obviously. It's a logical understanding. When you go to prison, you no longer have control of anything you had before that. Now, Parler was known to be a right-wing platform because they simply allowed free speech. Amazon Web Services and Amazon in general are a left-wing platform. And because they are left-wing, they don't like right-wing. And they killed off Parler's web server from Amazon Web Services because they didn't agree with the fact that they are Republicans who run it. That's simply all it was. Facebook, for the longest, forever actually, all of existence, has been a left-wing platform. And Megalo Global is in the middle of all this diversity. And we get called a right-wing platform because we aren't left. They assume that because we are not left, we must be right. But I want to open people's minds a little bit more here. Why can't my company and everything I've been building for the last 13 years, why can't it be independent, affiliated with not left nor right, but we are simply ourselves. And that is where I do the video called "We Are Not Left, We Are Not Right, We Are Simply Megalo-Global." People who don't like Biden have just as much right to voice their opinions of Biden as people who don't like Trump have their ability to vote about him, or Hillary Clinton, or whoever is running for office, which will change. They have just as much rights as you have to say what you feel. And yes, we allow people to say whatever they want and be themselves. But unlike Facebook, we don't put profit over safety. We have a documentary on our platform, along with over 44,000 movies that are being added, called Inside Facebook, where a journalist had an actual moderator agreed to wear a body cam and go into the headquarters and do their daily work, videotaping everything going on. They did that for, I think, a month, wore a body cam, made an entire documentary about it. And Facebook does allow violent, hateful content simply because the people who are viewing that were able to bring them revenue through the advertising. So Facebook allows certain content that shouldn't be allowed. And that being said, video was put up there of a man beating his 5-year-old son violently, which I don't condone beating children. Spanking and beating are two different things. I got spanked a lot when I was a kid. If I said something mouth off worthy, my grandma would knock me out, or my stepdad he disciplined me a lot, and I thank him for it now. You know, I grew up better. I didn't grow up a hoodlum like my sister, who is on her 5th meth strike right now, and I haven't spoken to her in 5 years. Just lost her kids to DFS because of her and her BS. I'm the one in my family who grew up right. And I thank my stepdad every day for the discipline, but he never beat me righteously like that guy beat his son. A lady had flagged it for deletion, and Facebook said, "Oh, that doesn't violate our community standards." Why? Because it brought them revenue. They put profit over safety. We don't do that. While we allow people on Megalo-Global's network, all 22 of our platforms, the video hosting site, the social network, all of it, we allow people to be and post what they want. But with freedom comes responsibility at the same time. You can't post content promoting yourself as an escort service. There's a lot of that going on. A lot of people in the Philippines and certain Asian countries like to promote themselves as sex traffic victims. They go on there and they say, "Oh, I'm a pretty girl, pay me to watch me have sex." We don't want that on the platform. It's illegal. Escort services and prostitutes are the same thing with a different label. You're having sex for money. Go on OnlyFans. That's what they're known for. We don't want any part of that. We will delete that. If you're threatening to kill another user because they're a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter and you don't like it, I don't care what their opinion is, you threaten to kill them. Can't be allowed. It's a crime to threaten to kill people. Actually, now that I think about it, in the state of Missouri, threatening to kill somebody is classified as a terroristic threat. Excuse me. Now, we want people to be who they are, and we accept people from everywhere. Because just like the computer systems that run our servers, we don't take political sides. We don't take political prisoners. We don't have an opinion on left or right. We are Megalo-Global. We are ourselves. The left have just as much right as the right have. The left and right, you guys each have the same amount of rights to say what you want on there. but keep it within reason. Don't threaten to kill somebody. And if you don't like what somebody says, then block them. That's what the block button's for. If they say something that is a crime, like you find somebody on there who's posting drugs for sale, flag it, report it, and we as the moderators will go in there and look at it. But we take a much stronger stance at what we post than we allow as Facebook, because we don't allow people to become sheltered and they can commit crimes on there because they have over 2 million followers. And Facebook says, oh, we want that revenue coming off that stream. We're going to allow these hateful people to say what they want because they're bringing us money. We don't operate like that. If you commit a crime on our social networks, we will stop it. We will ban your account for simply posting naked pictures, escort services, or throwing hateful crimes out there. Ignorance of the rule and law is no exception. If you know you can go to jail for doing it, then you shouldn't be doing it. But we won't hinder your opinions of a religion or a party or any kind of discriminatory manner. We're not going to hinder that. If you're gay or you're transgender or you're straight and you're a Christian and you think that's immoral, both of those are your guys' rights. Me personally, I'm a Christian. We have some Jews on the platform too. Lady goes by the name of Tikva. She's a Jew, German Jew if I'm not mistaken, which in history would have been a very hard thing to live with. But she's been our oldest user. She was there since the beginning. I talk to her regularly. She's a very smart person. I got a lot of Nazis in my family history, and no, I'm not proud of that. That's my grandparents and stuff. That's where they come from, not me. Mel Gibson is one of my cousins. William the Conqueror is one of my great distant uncles, which ironically Mel played in the movie Braveheart. He played William the Conqueror, William Wallace, William the Bastard. He went by a lot of names. He played that role of a family member in the movie Braveheart. Proud of him for that. Unfortunately, he doesn't like social media. He thinks it's the worst thing on the planet. You know who else hates social media? That journalist, I'm drawing a blank now, who got kicked out of Fox News. Can't remember his name now. Anyway, my point is, we don't discriminate and we don't take sides. We simply are for everybody. Everybody in the world has a right to use our services without being in fear of being censored or kicked off the platform. We don't have any kind of 30-day jail thing like Facebook has. We don't do none of that. And we, as moderators, don't have the ability to see what you post in Messenger to other people. When you send a direct message to another user, we don't have the ability to see that. And if somebody threatens you in the Messenger, we need you to screenshot the message and make sure the user's profile picture is in there, along with any other relevant information to identify that particular user, preferably a username. And if we look at that screenshot and that person threatened to kill you, we will ban them. I don't want people feeling unsafe on the platform. It's a family platform. It's designed for everybody. And we don't want videos of Muslims cutting off Christians' heads because Allah is number one or whatever they believe. That stuff I won't allow, except for that within a newsworthy environment. If the video is on a Fox News reel, then we'll allow it because it's considered news. But if it's a Muslim posting a video of them cutting off heads of Christians themselves, I will shut that crap down in a heartbeat right after I submit it to the authorities. I'm sorry, but ic3.gov is used for more than just reporting stupid BS to the FBI. some of it, majority of the stuff they get is just complete nonsense and leads that go nowhere. That being said, we will report it nonetheless. But I want you guys to know that this is not a left-wing or right-wing platform, and it never will be. It's simply independent and simply for everybody. It's universal. And our news network, the newsbinge.com, pulls in news from everywhere. Fox News, CNN, USA Today, The Guardian, Daily Pundit in St. Louis. It is news from everywhere. Do your own research and decide for yourself what you want to believe. And as long as you're not causing any laws to be broken, you can post whatever you want on there. And we need people to understand that it is very ignorant to simply label something without knowing. And we get that a lot. The left politicians and left believers think that because we don't side with them, we must be a far-right extremist. It's a very narrow-minded way of thinking. Why can't we exist without all that? Why can't we exist without political sides or affiliation or religion or anything like that? People want to kill each other over some very ignorant things. And I feel personally that we were all created equally in this world. And we should all be respectful of each other and how we all feel. I don't like some people because they start fights over things like this. And they're willing to shed people's blood over it. It takes a really open-minded person to accept somebody, even if you don't like them or what they feel. You need to respect their opinions nonetheless, just like I do. I will respect yours just as much as I do theirs. And I'm sorry that we were given a label of being a far-right extremist. We've actually lost investors because of that. Because I'm simply a Christian is why they turned away. And they're atheists. My religion and my belief in God has absolutely no bearing on what is allowed and moderated on Megalo Global's network. And I wish you all a very happy and safe holiday. But remember, we will never censor you for anything that Facebook does. We only censor people when real laws are being broken. It has nothing to do with our rights. Our rights are the same as your rights. Just remember that, okay, guys? Because I'm tired of the threats and the emails that I get from all the left-wing people who like to hate on us because they think we're a right-wing simply because we don't follow their beliefs. It's an ignorant way of thinking. It's a very, very narrow-minded person and a very weak-minded person to think like that. You have to open your minds up. Just because they don't side with you doesn't mean they side with the other party either. Maybe they just side with themselves and believe, and we accept you guys for what you are, right or left. It doesn't matter. Think about it. Why can't we accept both of you guys and not just one? We accept you for the way you are and the way you want to be, and we accept your opinions for what they are, whether we agree with them or not. God bless everybody, and you have a safe holiday or